My name's Brad Quinlan, and I'm a volunteer historian here at Marietta National Cemetery. My first job running a grocery store happened to be about a mile and a half from Marietta National. It just seemed like it was a place, and one thing led to another, and 35 years of research on this cemetery now. So every day as people come through our arch into the cemetery, they come into history. Marietta has the distinction of being one of only 2 cities in the entire country to have a national cemetery and a Confederate cemetery within its city boundaries. So we do have a tapestry of American history. And there are 3,000 Confederates there. Most of them are unknown. The importance of Marietta as a supply depot, as a city that was devastated, it tells such an enormous story of the American Civil War. In 1865, General George Thomas was given the task of finding a place to put a cemetery for the Atlanta campaign's burials. He got with Henry Green Cole, so he owned all the property from Marietta Square over to where Interstate 75 is today. Henry Green Cole gave us 23.3 acres of land for $1. 19,048 graves here in the cemetery. I could take all day. So we had one of the first graduating class of Choctaws to be Signal Corps. This is Charles Lightfoot, and he was in the Signal Corps in World War I. He is buried here in Marietta National Cemetery. Emma Stevenson is buried here in Section F. Around her are 258 men of African descent that died during the Civil War and just after. He was the only known Civil War nurse of African descent buried here in Marietta. So as you walk each section of the cemetery, you're walking a battlefield of the Atlanta campaign. Section I is Cheatham Hill, Kennesaw Mountain battlefield. Section E is Peachtree Creek. Section C is Kennesaw Mountain battlefield. Chaplain Thomas Van Horn was given the task to gather all the remains and bring them here. Because of his work, this is the lowest amount of unknowns of any Civil War cemetery in the country. Frank Lovett was a World War I and World War II veteran. He was 6 feet 6 inches tall, over 300 pounds. In between the 2 world wars, he became a wrestler in Europe. He was the first wrestler to take on a stage name, Man Mountain Dean. He spent 2 weeks in politics, said, "I've been a wrestler and a veteran of 2 world wars. I will not be in politics again." Meeting so many families, and then them bringing letters that their ancestor wrote and photos of them in service, and them opening up their hearts and joy, bringing a family that I've identified the grave and taking them to show them for the first time. It's a way for us to honor them in every aspect. And it's a way for us as a nation to always remember. Just understand the sacrifice. So come and enjoy it, and just read a name or two.